you want to promote your business? Do you want to talk about your nonprofit organization? Do you want to talk about your culture? Introducing the online web TV, Afrique Today. Log in. You can watch us live at the same time on 4 platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and using the Afrique Today app. Download our app today for Android or Apple. Promote your business today. For more information, go to www.afriquetoday.com. Afrique Today, the best of digital TV.
Hello, welcome to Afrique Today. My name is Alain Pierre and I'm happy to be here today and you're watching Afrique Today. Afrique Today is an online web TV based in Washington, DC. Today we have a special show. I will be very happy to have here live on Afrique Today. Is very serious organization. The name of this organization is American Diversity Group, and I have all the members for that organization live with me now from Maryland. Hello, welcome to Afrique Today.
Hello.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, I want each of you to introduce yourself to our viewers who are watching us now, and for that I would like to start with Mr. Modi. Modi, please, can you introduce yourself?
Hi, this is Modi. I'm the founding board of
Okay, we have some issues with your song, and now please, Jay, can you introduce yourself, please?
Sure. My name is Jay Perek, I am a co-founder of an executive member of American Diversity Group, and I'm also president of a consulting company, Cloud Data. I am in Maryland, along with Mayur Modi. We both founded American Diversity Group.
All right, and next, Venkat, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, hi. My name is Venkat Subramanian. I am part of the senior leadership of American Diversity Group. In addition, I'm the president CEO of Angarai and also the presidency of Angarai COVID Test Center, where with Cloud Data and American Diversity Group, we are providing the COVID Test Center in Silver Spring, Maryland.
All right, and I have also here Dr. Pallavi. Please, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, hello. I'm Dr. Pallavi Gowda. Thank you so much for having us on the show today. And I'm an internal medicine doctor in Rockville, Maryland, and I've been helping out American Diversity Group. I started as a volunteer, and I think my medical background is have been able to help out, whether it's with Asta Medical Daycare, which is where a lot of our food drives have been run. But I am a proud volunteer.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that, and thank you to be with us today. I remember who's just joined us today. You're watching Afrique Today. Afrique Today is a digital TV based in Washington, D.C., and you can watch us right away on 4 platforms at the same time: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and using Afrique Today app. Afrique Today already available on Smart TV. Please download the Roku TV app and Amazon Fire Stick. You will be able to watch this show live. I would like to start with my first question. What is American Diversity Group? Who will start with this question?
I can answer that question now. So American Diversity Group is a nonprofit 501c3 organization that was started 7 years ago to provide preventive healthcare screening to the marginalized population that cannot afford to take care of their health, that cannot afford to have insurance, and yet they want to be healthy, they want to be in the community. So that's how American Diversity Group was started 7 years ago. And we started with providing health fairs in the community. We had several doctor volunteers who helped us jumpstart the whole process by screening the patients as they came in, and also providing lab work, doing blood work, etc., with assistance with LabCorp. And then we diversified into also providing flu shots. We also do dental screening, dental care, etc. So that's how American Diversity Group started. And we have grown over the last 7 years to the point where last year, overall, we had seen more than 7,000 patients in the metropolitan DC, Maryland, Virginia area.
Thank you so much for that. And I will give my next question to Dr. Pallavi. Why this organization called American Diversity Group? Can you explain me why this name? Doctor?
I'm gonna actually let Mr. Modi answer that question, if that's okay.
Okay, doctor.
Yeah, wherever actually thought of that an organization, we want to have it and want to test mostly all the English African American, Chinese, and other groups, so that we wanted to have a diverse population, and that's how we said that we should have a diverse, and moreover, Jay can also elaborate on the diversity group, how we found it.
Yeah. So Alan, let me take a crack at it. I think viewer is having a little audio problem there, so maybe getting the speaker closer to his mouth might help. But so from the onset, we wanted to really represent the microcosm of our population, our demographics that we have in the Metro DC area. We are a diversified community. We have people from various countries who are here representing the population in general, and we are an American organization. So how do we bring all of that together? So the genesis of the name American Diversity Group was born from the fact that it is an American nonprofit organization. It is serving the diverse population in the Metro DC area, hence the name American Diversity Group. Alan, hopefully that helps.
Yes, I say for now, I just understand your point, and I would like to know diversity. That means you have different country, or what? I just try to understand the world diversity.
Yeah, so as I said, the population in the area represents the diversity, whether you have Latino population, African American population, you have people from various continents who have settled in this area. So from diversity point of view, there is a huge diversity in terms of population. And we want to make sure we are able to reach out to all of them and serve all of them without any reservations. And we want everyone to feel welcome when it comes to availing the facilities and the help they need or we can provide. We do not want anybody to feel any reservation in seeking help. So from a diversified population point of view, that's what diversity is. And then to take the word beyond, when we started out, it was starting out with just health screening, as I had said. And we were diversifying into various services. So diversity, we want to go into more and more areas that we can touch. So as I said, healthcare, then providing flu shots, dental screening, now COVID testing, going into mental health and behavioral health areas, education, diet. So we want to get into various diverse subjects and topics also as we grow further and further into getting into the community.
Thank you so much for that, and thank you for what you're doing for the community. And I have another question. I don't know who will answer that question. No, you say that your group name diversity. We're talking about diversity. How many diversity group right now your organization have as a member? Who will answer this question?
So when you say how many members do we have in the group?
No, I just say because the name of the group is
group. Yes. So I can tell you from the volunteers' point of view, we have Cameroon Nursing Association, Filipino Nursing Association. We have folks from the Muslim community. We have folks from the mosques that we have been able to reach out to, and of course the Indian community. So there is diversity. On top of that, and I'm sure when we get into our COVID testing center discussion, Venkat will touch further on this, but we have 7 different languages or 6 different languages being spoken at our COVID test center to represent the diversity there also.
Okay, thank you so much for that, and thank you for what you're doing for the community. And I have another question. I think a lot of people also will like to know what are the service American Diversity Group provide to the public. What kind of service? If someone just want to know more about your non-profit organization. Because today
Is your audio better now? And do you want to talk?
Hi. So,
Pallavi?
can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So the services that what we provide is the lab services that is being done on a continuous basis until the pre-COVID we were doing this. And along with that, as Jed mentioned, that we do the dental part also for the uninsured population here in the state of Maryland. We do eye exams, bone density, and also manage the chronic disease patients, identify the patients while doing the lab services. Those patients have been identified and being monitored and having no primary care provider. So a primary care provider is getting it like a medical home for them, for the uninsured population. And the chronic disease like diabetes, hypertension, blood pressure, everything is being maintained while identifying those people out in the clinic. When we do the health fairs out, and then of course dental is now the biggest issue that we are working on it for people having no insurance, and next we are following up with the behavioral and mental health portion also as well.
Okay, thank you so much.
I can.
Okay, yes, doctor.
Yeah, so I can actually talk about the food distribution that we've been doing.
I know that question will come in the second part of this show.
Okay.
We will talk about that more. And let's talk about, because let's talk a little bit about the health fair you are providing now for the people. Modi just talked about the COVID test. How many tests do you have, and where people can get those tests done?
Okay, I can take that. Just to talk about continuation of the health. One of the other things that we do as part of the American Diversity Group is the telemedicine services. So we provide that as well to the local residents. Coming specifically to the COVID test. The COVID test center is located in Silver Spring in the Plum Orchard area. In the Plum Orchard area, we are running this COVID center, which is absolutely free, totally free for any residents. We need two key information: their name and their email address or phone number, one of the two, so people can get in touch with. That's pretty much what we need. And the rest, it's a very welcoming, open, free COVID test center. The center is open from 7 o'clock in the morning to 9:30, and in the afternoon 4 to 6:30, Monday through Friday. And on Saturdays it is open 10 to 2. It is a very welcoming center. By that I mean you don't need to provide anything else. No insurance, no other paperwork, no other questions asked. We want to make sure it's a very open, welcoming, and inclusive centers. We have staff who are very diverse from across the globe. We have staff from pretty much every continent: Asia, South America, North America, Europe, Australasia, and last but not the least, Africa. From Africa to the drill down, we have staff who are from Ethiopia, Eritrea, Sudan, South Sudan, Togo, Ghana, Ivory Coast, and Cameroon. And between them, they understand the cultural nuances and the requirements are the cultural sensitivities, including the language, and they all can interact and speak, read, write in Amharic, Arabic, Swahili, French, and Spanish. So this is again another dimension of the diversity that we talk about. It is located at 12210 Plum Orchard Drive, Suite 214. Again, I repeat, it's the Angarai COVID Test Center, which is free, Monday to Friday, 7 to 9:30 in the morning, 4 to 6:30 in the evening, and Saturdays 10 to 2. They can speak multiple languages, very sensitive to the cultural needs of the region, from significant, population that we support and address. At this point of time, we have crossed closer, we've gotten closer to 3,000 tests that we have conducted. And typically when people come and take the test, it is the nasal swab test. There are navigators who will help and coordinate, and the test results will be sent to them with the email that they provide. So the confidentiality and the contact tracing is maintained as per the guidelines of the government.
Okay, thank you so much for that. And then you do the test only for Maryland community, or you do the test for everybody?
Anyone who is a walk-in, anyone can come in. Again, no questions asked. All we need is their name, a phone number, or email. That's all we need. The rest of them is not required. We don't need any residency proof or anyone. Anyone can come.
Okay, why are you doing the test in Maryland? You don't just go to DC or Virginia. Why are you just doing that in Maryland?
Okay, this is particularly, we realized over a period of time, the eastern part of the county is very significantly impacted with the COVID, and a lot of them do not have the transportation facilities, and also a lot of them may not be able to speak the language, and there is a concern about the test. There are concerns about not knowing the language and other concerns. So we want to set up a welcoming center where people can understand the cultural nuances as well. And it is right on the bus line. So it is free, open, no restriction of where your residency or domicile is. As long as you can walk in and provide the name and the email, we will take the test for you. We will be able to speak, as I mentioned before, other than English, Spanish, French, Swahili, Arabic, and Amharic. So for the most part, we are able to speak almost all language of the community, and also the sensitivities from a cultural standpoint that they might have. And that's why we set it up in the Plum Orchard area, mainly focusing on the overlapping area, because it's at the border. You go to the western end of Prince George's, or southern end of Howard County, or the northeastern end of Montgomery County. We are right there. And that's the whole idea.
That is the whole idea. Thank you so much for that. You're watching Afrique Today. Afrique Today is a digital TV based in Washington, D.C. And you can watch us live on 4 platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and using Afrique Today app. Afrique Today is available on Smart TV, Apple TV, Android TV, Roku TV, Amazon Fire Stick. Of course, you can also just go to www.afriquetoday.com and you will be able to watch this show live. And I have here American Diversity Group, and we talk a little bit about what they are doing for our community. And remember, they also have a food distribution. And this is what we will talk on the second part. Now, before we talk about the food distribution, we will take a little bit break. After the break, when we come back, we will talk about the food distribution and how you can get it, where to go. This will be just after the break. See you.
you want to promote your business? Do you want to talk about your nonprofit organization? Do you want to talk about your culture? Introducing the online web TV, Afrique Today. Beforehand, you can watch us live at the same time on 4 platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and using the Afrique Today app. Download our app today for Android or Apple. Promote your business today. For more information, go to www.afriquetoday.com. Afrique Today, the best of digital TV.
In order to utilize your skills and enter the digital entrepreneurship space, the new National Chamber of Commerce and the new USA DRC Chamber of Commerce, in partnership with Diaspo Academy, established in the United States of America, offers you training sessions in digital entrepreneurship at reduced costs. These trainings will allow you to enter the digital world and improve your digital skills for the benefit of this terre d'avenir and grand marché that is the Democratic Republic of Congo. As a free first-time participation, please send your WhatsApp contacts to 243-9907-30795. The first training will take place on August 15th at 1 p.m. from Kinshasa. Hurry because places are limited. Hurry because places are limited.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. If you're watching us, merci si vous venez de vous connecter donc sur Afrique Today. Donc c'est la chaîne de télévision digitale basée donc ici à Washington DC et nous recevons aujourd'hui American Diversity Group. I just try to translate a little bit for French speaking people who watching us right now. Donc we have here American Diversity Group. In the first step, we was learning a little bit about what his organization's doing, and I have all the members here with me today, and to now we will speak about the food distribution. Welcome back to Afrique Today, all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, we will talk a little bit about the food distribution. I remember when we have a COVID-19, Afrique Today cover a lot of your event you set up in Maryland. Tell me a little bit about the food distribution you have right now. Who will start?
Yes, I can talk about that. So,
okay,
yes. First of all, I wanted to say, Je m'appelle Pallavi, and Comment t'appelles tu? That's what I remember from French in high school. So if I've messed it up, I apologize with my pronunciation. But anyway, so yes, the food distribution. As we know, there is a food inequity disparity in the United States. 13.7 million homes are affected in the United States. That's 35 million individuals. The beauty of American Diversity Group is that they initially were doing health fairs, realized during this pandemic when the food inequity disparity was much greater as people were out of jobs and so forth, they began doing something new. So they're really trailblazers because they were not doing this pre-pandemic. So the food drives, almost 700,000 pounds of food have been distributed, and this is all free. People come in their cars, they stay in their cars. It's done in a safe setting where they don't get out of their cars. We're masked, we're gloved, we're in good spirits, and we put the food, they're mainly produce. There is chicken. There's also been bread, milk, anything that a family needs. Pretty much it can cover a good, I would say, easily 4 to 5 days, almost a week. And so in terms of what's given at one time. And so we're estimating by the end of the year, almost 1 million pounds will have been distributed. This is the great efforts and leadership of the American Diversity Group, of the members that you see here. And so I think that, if anyone has any, food inequity issue, please come and get it. Encourage your friends and family to come and get the food. It's there because we recognize there's a need, and so people have been coming, and so I think that's absolutely wonderful. If you have any specific questions, please do let me know. Sir, I think you're on mute.
Yes, sorry for that. When you start to do those distribution, and it look like we understand people begin to need the food when the COVID start. And my question is, when your organization decide to begin to do that distribution, and how you get those foods?
Okay.
Go ahead.
So as we have talked about earlier, our primary focus until last year, end of last year, was healthcare. However, because of the COVID situation, because of pandemic, we knew that this year it was going to be difficult for us to be able to do the health fairs because it, of course, required personal contact and closeness when it comes to the checkups and preventive cares, which we were not going to be able to do based on CDC guidelines, etc. So we pivoted ourselves, we moved to telemedicine, and we still wanted to do something for the community. And how do we do that? What do we do? Was something that we were thinking about, and that's when we said there is going to be so much of food inequity, but insecurity, and because of the food insecurity, it can lead to a lot of issues within the family, which could mean domestic violence, which could mean a lot of other things, which people don't recognize until this happens. So recognizing that kind of food insecurity and what it can lead to, we decided back in March to start an initiative of grab and go food distribution service. So that's how it started, and it has, of course, mushroomed into more and more. And as Dr. Gowda said, we have over time distributed up until now up to 700,000 pounds of food, including almost 45,000 pounds of food just last weekend, to make sure that people's Thanksgiving still ends up being a wonderful family event in the circumstances that they are. So that was the whole idea.
Okay, it's very good. You help people with that food. No, now maybe some people who watching us now is just thinking, okay, maybe I need a food. How people can get access to those food, and how people can be also informed where do you provide those foods.
So one of the ways that we reach out to people and our outreach to the community has been through social media. And of course, you providing this wonderful platform to us to talk about is another wonderful way for us to get the message out to people that we are here for you. We are doing everything we can to provide that food that you can take with you. Again, as Dr. Gowda has said, as Venkat has said, that we do it in a safe manner. We do it as a drive-through. People do not get out of their car. We simply load it in their car with the help of a lot of volunteers who are always there to help us with that kind of work. So social media is how we do the outreach, to let people know when we have these drive-throughs, when they can come, 10 to 12 on given Sunday, or generally speaking, it is every other weekend. But social media is the best way to follow us. American Diversity Group on social media on Facebook.
If I can add, a few more, as Jay reflected, we are almost doing it every other Sunday. And you can tag us on Facebook. That's another way to get to know. We do it not only at our 12201 Plum Orchard Drive, Suite 214 location in Silver Spring, but also we partner with the local entities. There are mosques, churches, temples, schools, and other organizations in the area that we partner with. So from time to time, we will be running the food drive, the grab and go grocery drive in multiple locations and or in multiple places in the given time in the region. So the best place, as Jay mentioned, is the social media to check out in terms of the updates. If you follow us, you tag us, then you will know where the next food drive is and which location, so one could take advantage of it, particularly in a time like this, during this holiday season and during this, onset of the winter, as well as, the whole holiday time, to address the food insecurity to the best way that we can.
Again, you are on mute.
I don't know why my technician put me all the time on mute. I'm sorry for that. Okay. I say what I try to say. We just received a message for our viewers who want to ask a questions about the food distribution. He say, are you only distribute the food, or also you can help to find a job? This is the question for a viewer. Who can answer this question?
Let me take a stab at it. At the Angarai COVID Test Center, we also look for the resources, because part of what we are looking at is an ability to provide an opportunity for people to work during a time like this, which is extremely difficult and stressful. We are also exploring and expanding our footprints. You had asked before about the COVID Test Center. We are exploring in two-dimensional ways. One, we are looking at more centers to expand in the region, in the DMV region. So there are other jurisdictions and other areas that we are proposing. That's one dimension. The other dimension is that we are also working on establishing the vaccine center where we will be able to administer the vaccine when it becomes available to the community in the fastest and the most effective and the safest way that we can. All this, all this does require resources. So we will be on an ongoing basis looking for resources. We will provide, the easiest way would be our email, info at angaraIcs.com. Info at angaraIcs.com. Let me repeat, info at angaraIcs.com. And we definitely are looking for diverse resources that we can tap. And our resources are full-time, some of them are part-time, some of them work only on weekend, some of them are on ad hoc basis depending upon the situation and our needs. We do the best that we can to support the community in creating jobs.
Wow, this is very fantastic. I think you answered that question. And you just talk about something very important about the vaccine. You try to say to people who watching us now, you also preparing to have a site when people can come and get a free vaccine. This is what you try to say?
We are pursuing that. Again, there are a lot of regulatory approval and other processes that needs to be done, because at this point of time, quite frankly, we don't know what we don't know. But we are gearing up to address those questions and those resources to the effective way that's possible. So that is our endeavor, and that is what we are pursuing as we speak.
Okay, and someone doesn't speak a lot today, and I want to address my word today to Mr. Modi, who on the screen right now, because he don't talk too much. Mr. Modi, can you tell me a little bit more about this vaccination program and the food distribution your organization providing to our community?
So for the food distribution, I will definitely answer. Vaccinations, as Venkat has already talked about it, and he also mentioned that we don't know what we don't know. So that's one thing. But food, absolutely, it's still ongoing, and we have been giving today. In fact, we gave away almost more than 2,000 pounds of food to African American Health Program, where we had the program director Ali who came and picked up the food. We gave away to a lot of schools today, to the PTSA, almost 10,000 pounds of food that was being distributed at our site at Asta. And people were able to get the last moment. We still have some food, and we'll be able to distribute them to the PTSAs in the schools, so they can have as much food for the parents and the kids for the Thanksgiving. And this will be an ongoing thing until the crisis ends. So we promise that we should be keeping up the food drive as long as we are able to do it.
Okay, American Diversity Group is a very great organization, it's a very big organization. Some people who watching us now say, hey, I want to join that organization. What they need to do to join this organization?
They can just, I have a contact on my website, American Diversity Group. All they can do is to contact us, and they need to volunteer us. Definitely we have a lot of volunteer opportunities. All we have for the right from the medical perspective to administrative perspective, social medias, also for data management. We have a lot of opportunities. So definitely anyone who wants to volunteer, they're more than welcome, and they can go through our website and we'll be able to answer their questions.
Yes, I just say about join the group. I didn't say about volunteer. I understand about volunteer. No, if someone want to be part of member of your organization, do you have a specific process for that, or just you can just come to the website and sign up? Or you have some specific amount you need to pay to become a member of American Diversity Group?
There's no type of amount that they have to pay. American Diversity is totally a volunteer organization. We all are volunteers in the group, so there's nothing that amount we can ask for anyone. It's just the time and their talent. And moreover, I can ask Jaibai to elaborate on that.
We truly believe in sweat equity. There is no membership fee. There is no monetary gain. We are a non-profit organization. We truly believe in putting our efforts into it to help people around us. So anybody who wants to join us as a member is a volunteer. A volunteer is a member, and a member is a volunteer, as far as American Diversity Group is concerned. And we all work together. There is nobody who is the president or anything. We are all equal, and we all work together to do whatever it takes to get the job done.
That mean anyone just can just join the group and begin to work, right? It doesn't have any protocol, anything. Just you need to go to the website. Can you repeat again the website to those people who are watching us now?
It's americandiversitygroup.org.
Okay, americandiversitygroup.org, correct?
That's correct. And speaking of that, we have one example or two examples here with us. That's Dr. Pallavi Gowda, who is a true example of our volunteer, and she is a trooper #1 in our volunteer in American Diversity Group, and she can also say more on that.
Do you have a special application to become a volunteer?
There's no application.
They can contact, they can talk to us, and they can join us.
Okay, do you have a phone number where people can contact? You know, some people don't like to use email or website or technology. Do you have a phone number if people want to join you?
That would be 240-330-9421. 240-330-9421.
Okay, thank you so much for that. We are almost on the end in this show. It was a great pleasure to have this very wonderful conversation with you. No, I would not let you go like this, and I would like to give each one of you to say something very positive to our people who have a very hard time now with the COVID-19. Some people lose their job, some people doesn't have food to eat. I think you provide food. Some people also need some testing. You provide also testing. And I would like to start with Dr. Pallavi. What is your last word? What you would like to say to people who are watching us right now?
Yes, well, I would like to tell you thank you for the opportunity to speak today. To the people who are listening, I would like to say never give up hope. I think that there's a lot of adversities that can come our way, and you know, losing a job, we understand and we're sensitive to the needs of the adversities that come by, whether it's losing a job or, you know, the virtual school. I myself, I'm a mother and I have small children doing the virtual learning, and so it seems like despite having amidst the pandemic, there's all these other challenges that have come as a sequelae. Never give up hope. There is a community that is here to support you. The food distribution and the COVID testing and the health screenings are just a few of the things that we do, but reach out if you need help. It is a sign of strength to reach out and never give up hope. We are a community of many people and not individuals who live in a silo. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Verkat.
Yeah, again, thanks again for the opportunity and ability to talk to the community. And I would say be safe out there. You know, we have to take all precautions that we can, and we need to be very cautious about how we not only to safety for us, but it's also respect of others during this time like this. And there is lot, while it might seem very difficult, but just be recognized there are resources out there in the community. Please reach out. We very firmly believe that we cease to get when we cease to give. And there are a lot of people in this community who very firmly believe in this. So hang in there. We will stay together and we shall overcome.
Thank you so much for that, Mr. Mori.
I would just say, hang out, everyone, stay safe, and have a great Thanksgiving to everyone.
Thank you so much for that, and I think Mr. J.
Well, again, I think they have said a lot, and I'll just add to that as we all put our effort into it together, we are a lot stronger than any individual. Power of 1 and 1 being 11 is what has to be realized, and not 1 and 1 being 2. And if we all put our efforts together, we shall overcome, and we will overcome. There is no doubt about it. Just have the hope, work at it, don't lose faith, and seek help.
Seek help. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for your time. You will have an opportunity to rewatch this show later. We was today live here on Afrique Today. It was really a pleasure to me to have here American Diversity Group. And again, you can come back anytime here on Afrique Today, and we will be very happy to listen what you try to say to the community. And this is the way we can also try to show it's possible to work together. Wherever you are from, you can just come together to make the message, to make people listen about what you want to say. This was a very pleasure to have this wonderful group who doing a very powerful thing for the community. Listen, if you're watching this show, try to find what is American Diversity Group. They provide the food. They provide a possibility to have a testing for the vaccine, for the COVID-19, I'm sorry. And they're providing also, they're preparing also for the free vaccine if it will be available. Just please, just go to Google, go to the website and read about this diversity group. They have a lot of people from different countries. Just please don't forget to go. Also, you can sign up like a volunteer, help this organization to grow. Not only that, if you have a little bit money, you can also donate. This is how we support this kind of organization. Thank you to watching Afrique Today. Again, you can watch Afrique Today live on 4 platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Also using Afrique Today app. Afrique Today is available on Apple TV, Amazon Fire Stick, Android TV. Of course, so you can watch us at the same time on 4 platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and our website www.afriquetoday.com. It was a breaking news today. It was my pleasure to have this phenomenal organization. See you next time. Bye.
Thank you.
Mercy.
Thank you.
Jamais, jamais, nous disons stop à la vente de nos terres. Jamais, jamais, ne cédons pas au chantage et belles paroles. L'héritage que nos ancêtres nous ont légué, c'est pas l'argent, les voitures et maisons. Pour assurer la survie de nos familles, c'est la forêt et la terre. Missy est bon, elle est baillon c'est ma eie. Missy bonne te honi, elle est baillon c'est ma eie. Et ma kobasiana comme un bon manioko. Na be café na biko konone, umo somo sangue olia. Toyanaka, obonongo, yo sumise, inundanga, abonisa, sakondane. Non à la vente des terres, non à la vente des terres, non à la vente des terres, non à la vente des terres. Ah, beneni, bekime, ou on nous donne les mains. Mokatu moti, usunu ni fola, abanisa. Tuyana kobunanga tubunanga salaba. Tube munu moti, batakaka obusi. Élevons nos voix, chantons sur tous les toits, pour que demain soit plus clair. Si t'entends ma voix, la voix des sans-voix, ce qu'on a de plus cher, ce sont nos terres. Ce qu'on a de plus cher, ce sont nos terres. Toyanaka, obonongo, yo sumise, inundanga, abonisa, sakondane. Non à la vente des terres, non à la vente des terres. Non à la vente des terres, non à la vente des terres.
On peut tromper une partie du peuple tout le temps, et tout le peuple une partie du temps, mais on ne peut tromper tout le peuple tout le temps. Oui au développement, non à l'exode rural.
Diaspora Banen, chef traditionnel élite, fils et filles, que chacun apporte sa pierre à l'édifice. Mounani Moundamonte.
Non à la vente des terres, non à la vente des terres, non à la vente
Peuple Banen,
des terres.
tous nous sommes interpellés. Soyons unis. Bonne petit me partenaire. Mon tante moutine faut finir pour l'autre. Mon ami foyer moi.
Nous
remercions le collectif des artistes Banen et son président, Monsieur Écombilé Vincent Olivier, pour sa lutte acharnée pour le réveil de la culture Banen.